So we've just had Anzac Day in Australia, and on the table here is a 24-pack of Anzac biscuits. Would you like to see what willpower looks like? I'm going to show you. Undo the sticky. Here we go. I've opened the packet. And here they are. This is what willpower looks like. They smell divine. They smell fantastic. But I'm not going to have them. That's what willpower looks like. That's what saying no looks like. You're responsible for putting the food in your mouth. Only you. No one else. Buck stops with you.
Well, hi everyone. Not a pleasant day for me today. It is the anniversary of my mother's death, and if any of you have watched my rock bottom video, you know what that day meant. It was a lot. I will link it at the end as part of a video, recommended video at the end, so that you can go and watch it if you haven't, because it'll give you some context into the sort of mood that I am in today. I'm okay, but I'm not. I'm not okay, but I am. I'm right in the middle. And here poses the interesting question of, what do you do when you've come out of your rock bottom, you've come out of that pit, and you're on something like this carnivore lifestyle, which improves your mental health. Birdies. It improves your mental health and it lifts your fog. And what you're left with is the cold, hard reality of dealing with your rock bottom without the aid of the fog to hide behind. You've got to face it head on. And I'm going to tell you right now, folks, it is not easy. It is not easy when you've got the pit going, we have cookies. And you know that in that pit, you've got that comfort, because the pit will tell you anything you want to hear just to comfort you. But what you want to hear is not necessarily going to be the best thing for you. And you know that. So, yeah. I would like to talk about luggage. You know, when you go from one relationship to another, they say, don't take your luggage with you. You know, through my youth, I used to think, yeah, that's you know, don't take your luggage, don't take the luggage from a bad relationship into the next. You know, oh no, don't, cardinal sin, don't do that, don't do that. I think we should. My opinion is, I think we should, because, I mean, don't take the luggage with a view to tainting your relationships, of course, but take the lessons of that luggage with you, because it will enable you to remember what you're willing to put up with, what you're not willing to put up with. It'll enable you with skills on setting boundaries if you need to. And I think that those lessons, where luggage is concerned, is very important. Very, very important. How does that transfer to coming out of your rock bottom? Coming out of that pit where they've got cookies? Or, in my case this morning, Anzac biscuits. How do those skills transfer? Well, it's very simple. It's very simple. Don't forget what it was like in there, in that pit. Don't forget. I think that many people, when they get out, they're so happy to be out. And who wouldn't be? Let's face it. Who wouldn't be happy to get out of that pit, that dark, dank pit of total despair? Of course, you're going to be happy when you get out of there. But I really feel that it's important to remember that you were in there and remember why you were in there and take the lessons of the luggage of being in there with you so that you can move forward with a little bit more confidence, with a better sense of the person that you are, so that you can set those boundaries for yourself and whatever they look like. My boundary is not eating anything that isn't carnivore. That's just the simple fact. One of the things that keeps me on the, as they say in England, on the straight and narrow, if you like, is the pain. Pure and simple. It's the pain. I will do absolutely anything I can to get rid of as much of this pain as I possibly can and keep it at bay for the rest of my life so that it doesn't impact the life that, I'll say it, I feel I'm entitled to have. We're all entitled to have a decent life, a certain quality of life, and that should be enough to keep you on the path. It just should. Now, my situation is, I'm a freak. Basically, I'm a freak because I've never had high blood pressure. My parents did, but I never have. My parents didn't have a heart attack either, but, I have not experienced the medical problems that they had, okay? Even through my pregnancies. When I was having my eldest son, they took one look at me and think, oh, this case is going to be rife with problems. By the end of it, I remember the doctor, Dr. King, and I had to stop because we need to put lights on. Dr. King, all right, the last appointment, and she said, well, you know what, if I had a sticker or a stamp that said boring on it, that's what I'd stamp your file with. She said, I don't get it. In all my medical history and medical work and working with patients and working with pregnant women, she said, I just don't get it. She said, you did not get gestational diabetes, which I thought you would. I thought you would start getting the high blood pressure, preeclampsia, all of those problems that people of your size could possibly get. I thought, yep, this one's going to be a walking textbook of everything that could possibly go wrong. And I remember saying, well, I'm dreadfully sorry. Sorry that I was boring. And she had a great sense of humor. And she said, I don't know what the takeaway is here. She said, because she said, you've flabbergasted me. And I said, I don't know. Maybe don't judge a book by its cover. And she said, yeah, I think you got a point there. Pretty much the same occurred when I had my second son. No blood pressure, no problems with anything like that. I've never had any really what I would consider life-threatening conditions that has made me go, oh, bugger, better do something about my diet. I've never had that. It was purely from a place of, I just can't live like this anymore. The pain is driving me insane. Just can't do it. Just cannot do it. And I mean, I was that close to having gastric band or gastric sleeve. And, I never really considered it because I thought, no, let's just take the easy way out. But, when I did actually say it, beginning of December, I had a conversation with my family. I said, I think we're there. I think we are at the point of having that surgery because I've exhausted every other thing. I've tried everything. And then the rest, as they say, is history. I say, take the luggage, the lessons that's within the luggage. It just, there's always something valuable there to carry you through those things that are going to be difficult. And, I appreciate the fact that not everybody can stay on the wagon. I appreciate that it's hard. Oh my God, yes, I do. I'm not completely void of compassion. Do I sit here and struggle sometimes thinking when people fall off the wagon, I'm like, why? 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 I sit here and I go, just do it. Just knock it off. Just do it, please. Because some people are doing it for some very, very serious medical situations that have arisen in their lives. And, I sit here and go, oh, that should be enough. It should be enough. It should be enough. I remember hearing something about Dr. Sean Baker, who had a diabetic patient, who lost a leg and approached him and said, look, I can recommend something here to help you so that you don't lose the other leg. And this patient sat there blatantly says, no, I'm not giving up all my sugar. No, don't give a damn. No, no. Why? What's wrong with you? Just why? I don't get it. Don't get it. I do appreciate that, lifestyles are very difficult. They can be. And, I have found myself in the last 17 weeks, kind of, I know this sounds really weird, but stay with me here. When there's been a part of me that seeing these people who fall off the wagon, I've kind of felt bad for not falling off the wagon because I haven't. I don't know why. I don't know how. I can only say it's the pain. I need to get rid of this pain, and I will do absolutely anything to get rid of as much of it as I can, because this is not a life. It's not a life, and I can't live like this. My will to get up and go is so strong, but it's the pain that's preventing that kind of movement. So, look, with a combination of the carnivore lifestyle and the vibration plate, need to talk to you guys about that. I have had some extremely generous buy me a coffee donations. Tomorrow or in the next couple of days, I'm going to contact the company that makes the vibration plate that I want to find out where I can get it, because I now have the money for it, thanks to you guys. I am beyond grateful because I've been told that vibration plate is going to be pivotal in helping eliminate a good deal of the pain that's in my legs due to the edema. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting that. Obviously, there's going to be an unboxing, just so you know. And there will be video of me using it for the first time. Now, for full clarity, I will not be standing on it. The limitation of it is 180 kilos. However, I'm not far off that. Given the day being the anniversary of my mother's passing, I set myself up for the fact that I was going to put on weight. The scales would not reflect anything. It would just go up. I know it's not about the scales. I know that, but let's face it, you know what? I told myself all these things because, I've stopped using the Bioceuticals Ultra Muscles Night, which has the magnesium in it to stop me from having a football match on my own in the bed because of all the legs going boing, 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 boing. Restless leg syndrome is a very real thing, folks. And there were occasions where I was actually getting cramps in my left calf. However, I stopped taking the Ultra Muscles Night about 5 days ago. And I have been taking the electrolytes that you saw me make in Thursday's video. And I know for a fact that previously, if I, for whatever reason, like if they were out of stock, I could last about 3 nights before my legs started getting twitchy again. We are into day 6 now of taking these electrolytes, and no sign of the twitchy legs coming back anytime soon. Not happening. And also, the cramps have gone. I even told myself, because you're taking the salt, I'm going to start retaining fluid, blah, blah, blah. The weight's going to go up. Yeah, no. Quite the contrary. Although I will say, this. I think there's going to be a toilet adjustment while my body gets used to taking these electrolytes. Let's put it that way. We'll just leave it at that. I think you get what I'm saying. It's fine. I'm good with it because I know that whatever my body doesn't need, it's just going to get rid of it. That's fine. But I also know that my body's taking what it needs from these electrolytes. And yeah, twitchy legs haven't come back. The cramps have gone. So if you are getting cramps in your legs or anywhere in your body, if you are having football matches in the bed because your legs are restless, get stuck into those electrolytes. I put the recipe there. It's in the Thursday video. Can highly recommend. Definitely. It's worked for me. I'll keep you updated, of course. I think we need to get into some pictures and montages and stuff like that so that you can see exactly what's been going on. Measurements are a little bit haywire, but the kilo loss, that's a pretty impressive kilo loss when the only thing that's changed is that Ultra Muscles Night. It did have sugar in it, and I think that reflects in this week's loss. Cue the montage! Yeah. quite a substantial kilo loss this week. I am now up to, I have to have a look. So yeah, I lost 7 pounds this week. Oi, that's half a stone. And my total loss is 29.6 kilos, which equates to 65.2 pounds in 17 weeks. I saw that 3.2 kilo loss and I'm like, what? How the heck? Then I saw the photographs and I'm like, well, you know what? Again, the measurements are like pew, 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 all over the place. I don't care because it's going. I maintain that even if it's not going from where I'm measuring, it's probably going from the big toe. That's my little joke and I'm going to stick to it. But yeah, those pictures, invaluable. Because aside from the scales and aside from the tape measure, those pictures tell a story all on their own. If you're not going to focus on the scales and maybe only weigh yourself once a month, that's fine. But please take photographs. You'll be so glad you did. Can you imagine? Let me give you the scenario of how great it's going to be that I've taken all these photographs. Can you imagine what my 1-year carniversary video is going to be like? Yeah, already planning it. Planning on upping my video skills to present it to you guys. I'm already excited. So yeah, I'm going to start getting my husband or one of the kids to take video of me walking down the hallway, things like that, because when that vibration plate comes in, if it's going to do what I think it's going to do, that opportunity of video of me walking like an old woman is going to be invaluable to see that difference. What a document to see the difference, right? Come on. That would have to be a great visual document of the difference between not having a vibration plate and having a vibration plate. That's going to be a visual, whoa. I don't think there's really that much else to say, except that I miss my mum every day. The degree varies, obviously. I've pushed through an awful lot of pain already, even before starting the carnivore lifestyle. I don't think I would have actually have been open to the carnivore lifestyle if I hadn't done the groundwork of facing the listening to her sing, watching her sing. If I hadn't have done that, if I hadn't have exposed myself to that on a very constant basis for 16 months, we wouldn't be here. And frankly, I'm grateful for it because it's brought me right here where I need to be. On that note, I will say, be kind to those around you. Protect your peace. Don't take any crap. And be kind to yourself.